Hello YouTube, this is doofldakl here, and today I'm going to be showing you everything that I've painted with my new Citadel paints. All of this was done last night. I guess one thing was done today, but all of this was, most of it was done last night. So at last video I showed you my Citadel paints. Here, let me move my light so it's not so bright. Okay, so last video I showed you my Citadel paints, and now I'm going to show you a little bit more in depth on what I've done with those paints so far. So the first thing I painted is this Lego brand helmet. So the first thing I painted on this were those black dots there and there on the back of the helmet, and then I painted black in that little divot right there, I guess you could say. And then I painted the place where minifigures can grip. I painted that black, and the sides both black. So that's all the painting I did on that. Second thing I painted, take this off here, was, whoops, dropped it, and I need to do that. Okay. So, oops, this camera's so weird. Okay, so the second thing I painted was this Brick Forge Spartan helmet, and I painted that white stripe along the middle. I think that turned out really, really nice. It really just kind of brings it out, and I really like what I did to that. So yeah, that's what I painted on that. Let me stick that on here. And I also painted the armor to go with it. I painted the chest area white. And then, here, let's see if I can get you a really good view of those. Okay. Then I painted the legs to look like boots, kind of. So yeah, that is what I did to that figure. I really like it. And then today I painted just kind of to look like a Halo battle rifle, kind of. I painted a droid. It's just a gun that you get in almost every Lego Star Wars set. I painted the scope gray. Well, most of the scope, the front part of it. You can see right there. And then the front part of the blaster is painted gray, and then both those little holes in the sides I painted gray. So that's that. And then there's my new sig fig, is what I'm going to, that's what people on Flickr call them. It's just a figure that's it's going to be my new, I don't know what they call it on YouTube, but on Flickr they call it your buddy icon. Is basically what people see you as right now. It reminds of a drawing I did of Gunter from Adventure Time a long time ago. And so now it's going to be this guy. So let me show you what I did. I painted the front of his torso. And this is kind of inspired by Tron. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that movie, but it's a really good movie, I think. So I did those blue stripes on his front torso, and right there. And then I did back detail, which turned out good. And then I did a blue stripe on both arms. I also painted the legs to look like boots, once again, kind of. Looks pretty good. And then this was really difficult because, see, my Adeptus Battle Gray Citadel paint is a lot thicker, maybe because it's foundation instead of base, but it's a lot thicker, and so it didn't come out quite as clean. It's very bumpy, at least it looks in real life, like that. It looks very scratchy. and maybe it's just my technique. I mean, I'm kind of a noob right now, but so I painted most of the back of the helmet. I painted those tubes coming on the back, and I painted those two things that stick out on the front. And that's a power miner's helmet that I painted. And on this figure, I just use I think this came from like a agent set a long time ago. So I stick that on there. Whoops. Come on. I don't know why it's not going on. There we go. So yeah, there's him so far. And then leave it in the comments. These goggles are extremely droopy. They fall a lot. I don't know what it is, but they just do. Would the figure look better with them or without them? I mean, the head already has goggles on, but see, look, they kind of move wherever they want to. So just leave it in the comments. I rarely get comments, so please comment. I mean, honestly, I long to have someone comment. Give me some constructive criticism on what I need to do. And finally, I painted a shield for him. I made this. It's pretty simple, not very complex at all. And so I painted a cool little design on that. And then we stick that on our figure there. I think it just improves him that much more. And then I gave him a Brick Forge energy sword. So clip that in. And there is my new sig fig. That'll be up as my body icon in a few days. Maybe today. I don't know. Just depends on what I get done. So that is everything that I've painted so far. I mean, I've done a little technique work, just practicing, but nothing much other than that. Here, I'll quick show you what I do for how to paint. Like, okay, so I stick. If I want to paint a head, I'll stick the a torso that I don't use anymore, and I stick it on top of here, and then I stick the head on top, and this is just a stable base so I can paint. And I use toothpicks to paint. I've got some over here, but I'm not going to show those to you. And as you can see, I've used this a couple of times because it's got blue paint on it. And so if I want to paint upright, I just stick it upright. I don't know if you can see that. Now you can. I stick it upright like that. If I want to paint like that, I put it like that. If I want to paint like that, I put it like that. And then if I want to paint on either side, I flip it. I don't know if you guys could see any of that, but whatever. So I just kind of turn it the way that I need to paint things. Oh yeah, and if I want to paint arms, I just stick them on this little bar, and I clip the hands in, and then I paint. Like, I painted stripes on this guy's arms. So, yeah. That is my customizing skills, I guess. Leave a comment on what you think. Any of you guys who have ever customized Lego figures, especially QuadAssassinCustoms, I'd really like you to comment. Your opinion would mean a lot to me. I think you're an awesome customizer, and I just like your input on that. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you later, YouTube.